So, what's an MMO? I don't know. I've been thinking about this for a while. No one will actually tell me what an MMO is. Marshmallow, monkey, orangutan, Mormon monopoly operation, milkman orgasm. Oh wait, hold on. Apparently, it's really massively multiplayer online. That's what it stands for. That sounds terrible. My online interactions these days seem to be kids calling me racial slurs over Call of Duty or whatever. Speaking of racial slurs, non sequitur. We play free-to-play MMOs. Nikki jaunts around in one of the first MMOs and gets sent to tavern hell in Meridian 59. I call on the power of Osiris, the god of sex probably, to stop a robot brain with my mind wiener in DC Universe Online. And Cody plays a Game Boy Advance game, while others also play a Game Boy Advance game. And I guess that's technically an MMO if you're drunk and brainless in PokeMMO. All this and our brand new hot take on Zelda. Controversial opinion, it's good as shit, dudes. It's Cartridge Blowers, episode 105, Ancient Egyptian Sex Hero. Now, I think that MMO is lame. What else could it stand for other than massively multiplayer online? Myopic myocardial occlusion. I melt down my orbitals. Meat mash ozone.
Blowers! Starring Nikki Wright! Hello everybody, and welcome to YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, the show where we give video games a second chance to make a first impression. I'm Cody Coleman, and with me as always is Nikki Wright.
Hello.
And Matt Crua.
Hi!
And right back to me. This is the show where in the second half we play video games based around the theme, and this week the theme is free MMO games.
Free-to-play MMO.
Yeah.
Much fun did you guys have with this theme?
I didn't.
Okay. So, I had fun with the theme. My game is not fun.
My game sucks.
Yeah, my game is pretty bad.
So bad.
It turns out you get what you pay for with video games. Who knew?
Mine was
your games like
okay. But I played something that wasn't okay as well. So it'll be interesting.
2 games?
Only one video though, because the other the shitty one, nothing happens for 20 minutes. And by nothing happens, I mean I didn't find anything to do for 20 minutes.
What game was that?
Unturned. Don't play it. It's shitty. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Enemy of the show, guys.
It was show over. Click. Don't play on turn.
Don't play this game.
Right.
The end.
I watch YouTube with a remote.
But anyway, so that is what we have to play in the second half of the show. You can skip ahead to that if you are watching this on YouTube by clicking in the description below. But before we get into all that stuff, we should talk about what we played, because
It's Zelda.
It's mostly Zelda, right? Yeah.
I played Zelda. You guys play Zelda?
I did. I got the Switch 2 days after we recorded the last episode. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Hands up if you like Zelda.
Me, my hands up. Nikki didn't raise her hand, but
No,
there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Nikki just likes not participating. Jesus.
Yeah. That's all
I
right.
raised my hand as soon as you said it.
Oh, I think there was a delay because you're uploading a video while we're doing this show.
And like, truth be told, my computer was chugging in my game from 1995.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that's all right. That's all right.
I'm gonna just send you some RAM or something.
Yeah.
Like put a RAM in a box.
Okay, cool. So, so playing Zelda, and man, if this game isn't just fucking amazing. Like, I am the one of this group
Gorgeous.
that doesn't play Zelda. Like,
Yes, yeah.
I played Link to the Past, Link's
Well
Awakening.
Her sound does not sync either, Cody.
No, I've noticed. Yeah, no, it's gorgeous, and all that stuff. So I've played Link to the Past. I've played Link's Awakening. I've played about 7-8 hours of Ocarina of Time, and you know, as much as anyone plays the original Zelda games, and that's about it. Breath of the Wild is kind of my first stab at doing everything in a Zelda game, and man, it's really great, and I'm probably not going to do everything because there's probably way so much shit hidden that it's just not going to happen. But the game is beautiful, gorgeous. I love playing with the physics. I'm not very far in the story, but I've been playing every night since I got it, except last night when my controller died. But that's yeah, man, I can't say enough good things about it. Brooke is playing it too, and she loves it, so... And Nikki has typed not enough hours in Ocarina, and
Child dungeons only, man. What the hell?
Well, you know,
like you. How will you ever know that this game is better than Ocarina of Time? It is. If you haven't finished Ocarina of Time.
Well, here's the real reason I probably haven't finished Ocarina of Time. I dedicated to streaming all of it. That's it. That's why. Otherwise, I would have probably played it in the living room quite a bit since then.
That's why I didn't get married in Stardew Valley until like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. So if I hadn't said I would stream the whole thing, I'd probably be done with it now.
Streaming's tough, man.
It is. Yeah. Especially since there's only one place I can do it. So yeah. And unfortunately, this is also the place that I work. So. Don't really want to sit here so much when I'm done.
Right on. I'm glad I don't stream from my desk. That would be weird.
Yeah. So anyway, you're still loving it, right?
Yeah. We'll get Nikki's thoughts last because I really want to hear what Nikki thinks.
Okay.
But yeah. So I don't recall exactly what I gushed about Zelda last time because I feel like I had 2 hours of Zelda playtime or something.
You talked about just a lot of stuff and all the cool ways that you killed the goblins and stuff, and I trimmed some of it out, but for the most part, I kept a lot of really great stuff.
Yeah.
So
the sense of discovery is overwhelming in this game.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually have your window open while it's processing. You should be good. So the sense of discovery and the joy of getting lost makes this game such a unique experience. I have never been so okay with getting distracted.
Man, that's why I'm not very far in the story.
I mean, you can just say, all right, my goal is that dot on the map. I'm going to go for that dot. Jump off a tall thing, paraglide. Oh, hey, that looks like a thing. I'm going to go look at the thing.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's probably something that you should go look at.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Korok seed. Maybe it's a Bokoblin hideout with a cool weapon inside of a chest. Hell, maybe it's a puzzle for a shrine. You don't know until you go check it out. So check out everything you see. Because 9 times out of 10, there's something to see. It is a great big world that is full of things to do. It's so weird. Like Skyrim, it has this huge big world for you to explore, but there's so many areas in Skyrim that just feel like empty.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Just walking up a mountain, and I don't fault Skyrim for that. It's still a great game, but I just feel like I'm going somewhere always, even if I don't know where it is, and that's cool.
Because there's something like every few feet in Breath of the Wild, man. There's always something to do. You're never going for too long looking for something to do because you'll just find it.
I mean, maybe I see an ostrich. Well, all right, there's an ostrich. Do I want to take a picture of it? Do I want to throw a bomb at it? I don't know.
By the way, I did not know there were ostriches.
Oh, guess what? There's ostriches. They're more like
Cool.
cassowaries.
Okay, all right.
If that makes any sense, so you're in danger. But I mean, like, all right. So let me. I posted about this on Facebook. It has been It has been around 7 years since I have been so enamored with a game. Because Civ 5 came out in 2011, I think,
Okay.
or maybe 2010.
God, has it been that long?
Yeah, and so Civ 5 in 2010, and I think Skyrim came out around that same time as well. And those are 3 games I put a lot of hours into. Civ 5, I think Steam says something like 150, 200 hours. Skyrim, I mean, between Xbox 360 and PC versions, probably similar.
Right on.
And Left 4 Dead 2, countless hours, probably more than both combined. I played a lot of that game online with friends. And so it has been almost a decade since I have found myself so enamored with a game. Like the Switch shows how many hours you've played after a certain amount of time passes, and checked it on Tuesday. I had played around 50 hours on Tuesday. That game had been out around 10 days since then.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a good chunk of that time that you have spent.
That's over. So out of 10 days, that's over 2 24-hour periods completely composed of Zelda.
Yeah, man.
That's insanity. But I don't regret that. I don't feel like any of that time was wasted. It's a fun game, and there's still so much. I'm still finding so much more stuff to do. At this point in the game, I would assume I'm farther than you guys, but I don't know.
You're definitely farther.
You're definitely further than me, yeah.
But Dylan is like ridiculously far in the game.
Yeah. Has he beaten how many of the Divine Beasts? All 4?
I'm not sure. I don't really pay attention because I don't want to spoil too
Understandable.
I know he's beaten Divine Beasts though.
Yeah, I've beaten 3 of them of the 4. And I've gotten 80 shrines down out of 120, and a lot of Korok seeds. Hell of a lot of Korok seeds, man.
Yeah, there's 900 of them in the game.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know how many Korok seeds I've gotten total, but I have 2 full stamina bars. Or
Nice.
2 stamina wheels. And 2 extra ones on top of the original.
Right.
Yeah, so it's 3 total. And an entire row of hearts plus 1.
Nice.
So I don't know. There's a lot to the game that's to love. Nikki, how do you feel?
I love it.
How would you feel? Okay, I already have my decision. I maybe even said it. Compare it to other games in the series. Where does it rank so far for you? I know it's hard because you haven't beaten it, but
it's number 1, man. I mean,
isn't that fucked up to say? Like, like
you know, I mean, last time we discussed the whole Famitsu cover of young Link from Ocarina of Time handing over the Master Sword to Breath of the Wild Link, and I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's super appropriate. I think this game, I mean, if it doesn't win Game of the Year, that's a fucking atrocity. I don't know. I've heard some people saying that they miss like a lot of the like typical things that you tend to see in each game, but man, I think they, breathed new life into the series.
Yeah, appropriate.
No pun intended. It's so refreshing. It's an incredible game, and like you said, there's so much that you can do. I am not very far in the story because I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna, go to this place that I need to go, and then I'm like, wait, what's this over here? Let me hunker down for the night. Oh, and the weather's really bad. Okay, let me toss some, wood onto the ground and some flint and create a fire so I can just hang out on the side of this mountain until morning, and the weather will clear up, and I can paraglide down to this island and be like, what is this? Incredible. Like, I get lost so easily, and I love every minute of it.
What's so interesting about you telling that story is just how different everybody's play styles are and how everybody's experiences. Because you can, like, I don't think I've ever made a fire.
Dude,
Like,
so
60 hours in.
Like for science, I saw that the blood moon was coming, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want the blood moon." So I threw down logs and flint, and I was like, "Fire!" And I sat by the fire until morning. You see the cutscene anyway, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious if you could bypass the blood moon by sitting by fire going to sleep.
I was like, I don't want this.
Nor an inn, by the way. Can confirm that tonight.
Well, shit.
Yeah. I discovered by accident that you can take selfies.
Oh, really?
And,
Yes.
and if you hit the analog stick, Link has different cheesy poses. He's like,
I didn't know you could do that. That's great.
it kind of rules.
Nice.
Like I'll make it super up a mountain, like, and have this amazing view. And I'm like, you know what? This is where I gotta take a selfie. So I mean, I've only taken like 2, but it felt appropriate.
Right on.
I froze a turkey, which was fun, and it shattered into like frozen legs. I watched a frog just jump into spikes, trying to get away from me, and I thought that was great. Did you know that you can kind of befriend the dogs in the game, and
they give you treasures? Yes. Give every dog you see, give a dog meat.
And it's so great. You can throw sticks, and they will go chase after them.
Like,
God damn, like they're such small little like things, but I'm so glad they're there.
Like, they didn't need to add that to the game, but I'm so
they didn't.
It's so
But
cool
I'm really
that they did.
happy they did.
Yeah, I like. Okay, last thing we'll talk about. Then we should move on because we talked about Zelda a lot.
Well, I have one thing I dislike about the game, and one thing I dislike about the hardware.
Okay. Sure, go for it.
So on the hardware, I like the Joy-Cons, but so sometimes when I'm jumping and trying to move forward, he just jumps in the air and nothing happens, which has put me in like a pickle at times.
How often have you had that happen?
I've never experienced that.
More often than I would like. It doesn't happen like a ridiculous amount, but it's often enough where sometimes I'm just like, dude, like I'm trying to complete this shrine and I have to go back because I fell to my death.
There are no Joy-Con syncing issues.
Yeah, I saw that. I have not experienced it myself.
Same.
Yeah, mine actually fell out of sync a lot the other night, and I was just like,
you want to make sure that there's a line of sight between the console and
that makes sense, because I guess like I like to sit like this while I'm playing, so that might be.
It sucks that that's a problem though, and I think that is a detriment.
No,
to
I
the
agree.
console. I agree.
And then the thing that I dislike about Breath of the Wild, and it's a really minor thing, it's not really going to take away my joy from the gameplay. And like, get ready to roll your eyes, but like, so I love that they added voice acting to this game. I love it. I just kind of want to put that out there. I'm not one of those idiots who are like, why do they give the characters voices? Like, it's 2017. The characters deserve voices. So far, I think the majority of the voices are wonderful and fit really well. Mm-hmm. I hate Zelda's voice.
Yeah, it's not great.
I think
I don't have a problem with
I think it's bad. Like, and it's not. I've never had like a voice like built up in my head for her. It's just
I feel
like it wasn't that at all. And I feel like the person voicing her is like, I kind of get the sense like she's trying really hard, and I don't like it. I hate to say that. I really do, but
yeah. I felt the same way at first. I've gotten kind of used to it. The more
I'm getting used to it, but I don't know. It's they probably could have found someone who could just pull that off naturally. Yeah, and it sounds really unnatural to me, and that's unfortunate.
I can agree. I think there are worse voice actors in the game.
I'm sure there are. Like there was a Goron voice where I was like, oh, that's not as gruff as I thought it was going to be. But then I was like, but why does his voice have to be gruff? It doesn't
Right.
have to, so it works.
There's a Zora character that is just very grating to hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's really the only one that has, like, I think sucks outright.
Yeah.
Zelda is tolerable.
I mean, she's not like, I don't want to like, mute it whenever she comes on, but I'm, especially like the first few scenes with her, I was like, man.
But you
she's such a-
immediately you brought your copy back and bought a Japanese version, is what you're saying.
No.
Because you could.
I could. Not gonna.
Yeah, I wouldn't. All right. Cool. So, anything else you guys want to say about Zelda?
I know about Zelda now.
Okay.
Play it. Please play it. If you haven't, you gotta play it.
Even if you gotta get a Wii U, it's
Yeah.
So, real quick, since we're pressed for time, here are the other things I did this week.
Okay.
2 other games on Nintendo Switch. 3 Snipper Clips.
Yes.
Great game.
I played the demo.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Fun cooperative puzzle. If you have someone in the house with you, get it. It's $15, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's 15 or 20, something like that.
Real cheap, real cute, very intuitive, and it will rack your brain. Quick review number 2, 1-2 Switch, a very fun minigame collection that is kind of weird and wacky. It has a very unintuitive menu system at first, but once you get through that, the game opens up, and it's got a cool personality. Should have been a pack-in, not worth $50.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression.
Not $50, yeah.
But like 30, worth it. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Right on.
$30 worth of minigames by far. 15, nah. 30, yes. Last game I played, downloadable title for Nintendo Switch called Fast Racing RMX. It is a $20 racing game that is in the vein of F-Zero. It is a prettier game than Zelda on the Switch. It pushes the graphics to the limit. It is a fantastic racing game. For $20, you get all the content of the Wii and Wii U previous versions, plus twice as much on the Switch version, with a cool soundtrack and an early 2000s arcade aesthetic that I absolutely love. It is definitely my second favorite game on the system so far.
It from what I've heard is just great. So
it's a really cool, if you like racing games whatsoever. It's
okay.
fun. So those are games, and then lastly, books. I got books.
You got books.
I want to show you some books real quick.
Okay.
This is one I kickstarted. This is called the Unofficial NES Famicom Visual Compendium.
Is that the art book?
It is an art book, yes. So it comes in a slipcase, and inside is basically smells like new book, but it's got like artwork and also sprite art from various games.
Wow.
For the NES and Famicom, with a write-up for each, and a lot of different interviews with people as to what went into creating the art for certain games, like notable games like, say, Final Fantasy 1 or Super Mario Brothers, stuff like that. So it is a really cool book so far, though I haven't had a lot of time to read it.
Can that be picked up like normally now?
Yes, I kickstarted it. I think let's see if there's a retail price on this. You'd have to buy it online because it's a European publisher. £25. I don't know how much that is in American, so do the math.
Okay.
Other book is The Legend of Zelda: Art and Artifacts.
I've seen that in
I've
stores.
seen this book, and it looks really awesome.
This is another art book. This is the Zelda art book. It has all the official art and concept art and character art for every game in the series up until Skyward Sword, plus a little bit of Breath of the Wild. And when I say
Cool.
every piece of art, it's everything, every piece of instruction booklet art, every piece of just here's what Impa would have looked like in Zelda 1. Like, because she appears in a picture of, like, one picture in the instruction booklet, and there's more art with her. Here's like a pencil drawing of Fierce Deity Link from Majora's Mask, like the very first one they did. Like, there's so much intricate stuff there. Plus, there's really cool interviews with the series artists. It's if you have Hyrule Historia, it's a good companion piece to it. Where Hyrule Historia was more about the lore of the series, this is straight up art for even every item. And
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's really neat. This book will run you $40, but
That's not bad.
It's a hefty beast.
Yeah,
So,
I mean that book is big. I've
Yeah.
seen it at like the Best Buy, and yeah, that's $40 isn't bad. I would have expected much more. So
not terrible. I think it was 30 on Amazon when I pre-ordered it. So
cool, right on.
That's me. I'm ready.
Awesome. No, that's fine. Nikki, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
No.
And I've played nothing but Zelda. So that's it. Let's get into playing some games.
All right.
Hell yes.
Like I said at the start of the show, this week's theme, free MMOs, free massively multiplayer online games. And Nikki is up first.
All right. So I'm going to take you guys back to a simpler time, 1995.
Ooh,
Okay.
When we were but babes.
Yes. Where a guy named John Hank and his crew.
John Hank?
Yeah. You might know him as the founder of Niantic.
Oh, I was going to say the star of Forrest Gump.
Yeah, him too.
John Hank, right?
Oscar winner John Hank.
Yeah.
What did Niantic do? Why do I know that name?
They make
created
Pokemon Go.
Okay, all right. Wow, really?
Yeah, which is
Okay.
surprising because Meridian 59 is interesting. It is considered, or known rather, as the first 3D MMORPG, and it's one that you can still play today. Obviously, it is now free to play because who is going to pay for a game that has been around since 1995?
Damn, I didn't even know they had MMOs that long.
Right?
Gosh, right? Right.
All right. All right, cool. Anything else you want to say before we get into your game?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's start watching then. Alrighty. Play.
Whoa.
I sped it up a little bit because
Turn down the
the pacing was extremely slow. So this actually makes the music a little bit better. You're going to see me, as I'm getting used to the control scheme, you're going to see me kind of go between the guide a lot.
Okay.
As you can see, it's in first person. I played, Final Fantasy 11 in first person on and off for 10 years. So I don't hate the notion of first person. This first person is garbage.
Yeah.
It
so-
looks bad, man.
It's really bad. And so here I am just kind of going through the menus, just because it's a little awkward figuring out the scheme for a new MMO, especially because I mostly just made my character and dove right in.
So are there other people playing this MMO while you play it? Like, is someone still playing a 1995 MMO that's not
there
for the
are
show?
people who are still playing. When I was trying to get the game to work, it needed to update, which is like what? And it was giving me an error. And so I found a Reddit that is slightly active, and I say slightly in that someone posted on there 20 days ago, and then the next most recently active post is from 2 months ago. But apparently there are servers where people are active. The server I picked, they said on the website was really active.
Did that just explain to you what a tree was?
Yeah, you click on a tree and get
Yes,
a
it
tree
did.
description. All right, yeah, door open.
Yeah, it won't open. That doo-doo sound that you're hearing is like an error sound.
Is that a man in a cage?
Yeah, it's
There's a
Cage
man,
Man.
sort of just hanging out there.
Hey.
And like
Buddy.
I'm trying to attack him and it's not letting me.
I assume he's a villager, right? Holy shit.
Maybe?
Look at that great art.
He looks like he should be crying about litter.
Yeah. We can stop pollution, guys. That guy is our mascot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can't fight this guy. Let me try to go into some other doors. And I'm having a really difficult time figuring out a way to do that.
Are there
I
controls?
know I've done it because I got outside.
Like, are there controls that exist? I don't understand.
So there are. So like WASD do the standard like directional things, and you can look with the arrow keys. You supposedly can grab things with G, but in a moment you're gonna see me like going up to what are obviously like items that I can take and pressing G, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like try to open the door of the game.
More or less. More
Right
or less.
on.
Yeah. I figure it out eventually.
I'd say it's a door opening simulator, but you're not opening doors, so you're not simulating. You just did, yeah, that's good.
At this point in the game, Dylan was like, "Does the music ever change? Because this song is awful."
Yeah, man.
It feels like a cool educational video from 1987.
It kind of does, yeah. Explode.
You want to go into a world of reading,
right?
Whoa!
So
Free
here are some
dagger.
knives, and I'm like, man, let me take the knives. It's not letting me. How do I do that? Oh, okay. Grab is G, and I'm like selecting and pressing G, and nothing happens. And I'm like right on top of the weapons, and nothing is happening.
You cannot grab knife.
Yeah.
It's a ceremonial church dagger. You can do
Right? So like here's some armor. Like, and this, I feel like this is obviously meant for me to take because it's just like
Vortex.
open.
Whoa!
Ah, the music changed.
Yeah, that took me somewhere. And I'm like,
Worse.
that's cool.
This is jaunty as hell. I don't feel like
Yeah.
jaunting right now. Whoa! Hey, wait, this track is rad.
Yeah, the sped up version is really cool actually. I like this a lot. Man, this is all like, okay, I like this song a lot actually.
Yeah, what the hell? Whoa.
It's
Meridian?
like piano rock. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
So let's
Break
see.
the pot.
At this point, like, I really just want to find like a fight or something I can interact with, something that doesn't make me go which by the way was a man's voice, despite picking a female character. So I'm just hunting around for anything, something to do, and just not having the most luck. I think at one point you see me yell, "Does anybody play this game?" Oh, there I go. Is anyone playing this game?
Nope.
But then I do something stupid, and oh yeah, hi Skype. And I go inside, and I'm pretty sure you can't get responses if you leave the area.
What?
So, because like the way I don't think yelling is server wide. I could be confusing yelling and shouting, but because there are two different options.
So, you ever play a MUD?
Yes.
Okay, I watched my cousin play a MUD once. I never
So you
did.
watched him play like a text?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I thought it was kind of neat, you know, for what it was like 1993 or something.
Sure.
But like, what the shit?
Wow.
I don't know what this is.
He's
But,
Travel
like, the music's
Buddha.
pretty intense for the nothing that's happening.
He like travel size Buddha, and yeah, this music is like, whoa! I feel like this is an anime theme or something. Like,
Yeah, I can definitely get that.
these meaties are just over the top for no reason.
Right?
But like, this reminds me kind of like a MUD, but if it had a graphical interface. Simply
Yeah,
because
I
I feel like MUDs are also unintuitive.
Yeah, they are.
And oh my god, are you in a hedge maze?
Yes. Oh, or I think it's a forest. I think that's what they're going for is forest. But the one thing that I did kind of think was cool about this game, and maybe even a little bit ahead of its time, is the fact that if you look in the upper right,
Yeah, I
you
just
see
noticed
my
this.
window, and it's filling in as I explore this forest.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it is neat.
Yeah. And like anywhere I go that's new to me, like I start with kind of like an open gray slate, and it fills in over time. For whatever reason, I decided it would be fun to try to go in the water.
You're gonna die.
You'd think. I was hoping something cool would happen. Nothing cool happened. I turned around because I couldn't move anymore. Even though there was an island, I guess I have to construct a boat.
You have a karma stat.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Buddha, I guess, right?
Yeah, travel
Sure.
Buddha.
Travel Buddha. Pocket Buddha. Fun size Buddha. What is it with this meat mountain over to your left?
Right? It reminds me of the lungs from the game I played last time.
I just say graphically, this kind of reminds me a little bit of like the U Testament.
Yes, it does.
Except for the characters, obviously. The characters are weird. It's weird that they're sprites.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
1995.
For 1995, right? It's not like too unusual.
Yeah.
They're outlined in red.
Oh, lady.
Yeah, it's a lady.
Her head
I'm like,
became a flag.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
a flag
see?
now.
You clip right into that flag.
Is she real or an NPC or what?
I thought at first that she was a player, but I think it's an NPC because her name is like the Duke's Guard, and so I'm just punching her in the face, and I'm trying to heal myself, but she killed me.
Oh man.
Says, poor you, or you poor soul, you're dead. Now try and get, vengeance on the Duke's Guard.
You're in the
it's
blood
not in hell.
dungeon. That leads into this tavern for some reason.
Right?
Sure.
And so I decided that this is kind of a good place to end. You're gonna see me probably scroll through, different things to try to stop the recording. So that was Meridian 59, guys.
All right.
That's the thing that happened.
That's the thing that happened.
Nice.
Apparently, it's a thing that there are like tens of dedicated people still playing. So,
All right.
That's what the 59 is for. That's how many people are playing.
Yeah.
right.
That game looked bad, Nikki. It didn't look good.
It did. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe in 1995, this was like, whoa, super amazing.
What was the name of this game again? Meridian 59?
Meridian 59.
In 1995, like, Mario World was a thing. Like,
Right.
no. Like, Doom's a better game, and it's got a similar graphic quality.
Yeah.
Like-
No, I agree with you.
Like, Doom's at least fun. Sorry, Niantic, you did better later. It's okay.
Yeah. They improved.
It took a while, but you got there.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next? Matt, you want to go next? Or should I
Sure.
go next?
Doesn't matter to me.
All right. You go next.
All right.
What'd you
so I played DC Universe Online, which is an MMO that came out in January of 2011. It is set in the DC Comics universe. The story is that you get to create your own hero or villain, and the world is under assault from Brainiac and various other villains. And a future Lex Luthor shows up and releases these kind of spores into the air or whatever that unlock everyone's genetic potential to be a superpowered person, which seems real fucked up. Seems like a real fucked up thing to do.
It's Luthor. There you go.
This game has been going on for a long time. It is still played. There were people in the game. I don't know why. It went free to play pretty quickly and has been since. You can play it on every modern console, save for Nintendo, PS3, 4, Xbox One. You can play it on Mac even. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this other than let's take a look at it.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. So it just pushes you right into creating your character.
Yeah.
There is an opening cinema, but we're not going to watch that. So I decided I wanted to make a little small man. I was like, oh, small boy. Yeah. You can make a big buff man, but no. Small boy. That's who I'm going to be.
All right.
Hey,
And so you can be a villain or a hero. You got to be a hero, being a hero, of course.
obviously.
And you get to choose your personality. And look at Flirty there. Like, I guess maybe comical or primal. No. Look at Flirty. Look at him. You're supposed to choose your mentor. I don't know if this matters. Who cares?
Sure.
And you just choose the origin of your powers, which can be whatever. There's a lot available here on the surface, but the customization really is not that deep. I went mental. I'm gonna have mental powers.
You should have gone acrobatic.
I do actually.
Okay.
I got acrobatics, and you get to choose a weapon. So I'm like, well, if I've got mental powers, only one thing makes sense, and that's 2 pistols.
Obviously.
Double pistol. And so now you get to choose the way your character looks, and that's what really matters to me. And immediately I'm presented with a leopard skin, and I'm like,
And
what
Mystique.
the fuck? Yeah.
Or a zombie.
Or a zombie, or a barbarian, or a human skin is not even like first. Like,
Wow.
Wow.
Lava,
Magma.
rock,
Yeah.
mummy. And so, there's all these different skins, but I mean, when you're creating a superhero, how could you say no to mummy?
Right?
So we got
Punk mummy.
Tell me you were a mummy with a mohawk. That works.
We got our mohawk mummy, and there's helmets you can choose from, but they covered my mohawk and my mummy mask, and I didn't want any of that to happen. I need people to know that I'm a mummy, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So exactly. So I decided to go down and screw the emblem, screw the chest. Let's go down and look at my tops that I can deal with. And like, oh wait, that shows off my mummy bits. Good.
Yeah.
That's what we want. Yeah, gloves. I don't care. Who cares about gloves? Let's go. Let's do some formal gloves because he was a prince. He was an Egyptian prince. And then for his legs, wish I could just do mummy dick hanging out, but I can't. So we'll get as close as we can get to mummy dick. We're just gonna come up here to the you got all these different mesh legs. Like who cares?
Right?
And again, this seems like deep creation, but there's really not that many options. And they're all so specific.
Oh
so
my
we also
gosh. Yes. You made a great choice.
And you can change the colors of everything. So I'm a golden mummy with a blue mohawk and this bright red weird one piece. So I decided that I'm a mental mummy with dual pistols, and I am a mummy who and apparently a sex fiend based on my
You're super dapper.
Right. So I am an ancient mummy who uses my mind powers for sex. That is his origin. That is
very heroic of you.
That is his ability. He's a superhero who has come back from ancient Egypt. So this is Prince Mindfuck or Prince Mindfucker, and they wouldn't let me do that. So he's Prince.
Of course not. Yeah.
Prince Mind Lover, and it makes you do the tutorial. So in the tutorial, Prince Mind Lover, our intrepid ancient Egyptian sex hero, comes out of a pod on Brainiac's ship, and he saunters flirtily.
Wow.
And Oracle has decided to tell this mummy about what I can do. And there's a lot comparatively to... I would compare this to Marvel Heroes, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, you can compare to the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, except the controls are not responsive. They are pretty bad, and it's even more monotonous. So I can attack with axe. I got punches. I got my mental sex punches, and I've got my telepathy guns. Which I gained in ancient Egypt from the Greek god Osiris, who was like, "Yeah, pistols, those don't exist yet. Have some." And so he gave me some. And Brainiac took me on a ship out of my coffin. My coffin had an ankh on it or whatever. I woke up and was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll fight robots. This is normal. As long as I can have sex with them at some point. That's what I'm into." And so.
Your creature's backstory is terrible.
It's
Listen,
really weird and creepy.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's the fun I'm getting out of this game. Because would you rather me talk about blowing up?
No.
This
is great. No, keep going.
So Prince Mind Lover. Of course, I mean we know that he was cursed with an ancient Egyptian curse to only be able to give love but never truly know it himself.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
Nice.
And that showed up in Tales of Ancient Egypt number 187. That's it's a comic from 1981 that nobody read. I'm not really sure how it lasted over 200 issues.
So does Prince Mindlover like mind sex people or like
actually,
physical sex?
Good question. So he is not capable of physical sex because he's a dead mummy man.
Okay.
Instead, he does use his mental abilities to have sexual relations.
His telepathic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I cut it out of this video, by the way, but they definitely misspelled Brainiac at one point in this tutorial level that has been out since 2011, and they haven't changed that, and that says everything you need to know about this game. So now I've unlocked a new power, which of course is Prince Mindlover, gaining back his mental sex having, which there it is. Boom! He just lifts him up in the air, and that's a telepathic. And so that's what that is. And then he hurls his box at him, and that's probably sexual too. So like the game is just telling me that I need to kill all the guards, and that's fucking boring and dumb. They don't really seem to be able to hurt me. It's a really bad tutorial. Like I don't know how
you're learning nothing.
Die in the tutorial.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like you should be able to. I feel like they should level the mob accordingly and not just throw everything at you and just say, no, you can't die, it's fine.
You'll never learn that way, man.
Right? So I run through the ship until I get to the ship Guardian, who is the boss. I don't think that is a named DC character. I think that is just a robot and they were lazy.
Yeah.
And so he says, I'll never destroy the guns. So I come in and I destroy that.
Destroy guns.
Yeah, destroy that one. And 2 punches blows that one up. And,
maybe he just thought since you love guns so much due to your dual pistols that you
I fucked that one with my brain and it blew up. And then the gun fell. And did you see that animation?
I did.
This is real good. So now I have to defeat the Guardian. And
you run like the Flash.
Yeah, no, I like fucking leap like a damn gazelle.
Yeah.
This battle takes too long. Because again, he can barely hurt me, and my health comes back. So I killed him, and now I can just leap in the air. Look at that.
Nice.
And Superman decides to join me, and he is very, very, very badly animated.
Yay!
Think again, Brainiac. You can't take
Oh, what?
Does he have an underbite? Like
His
a big
mouth like doesn't open all the way.
No, he's just kind of his lips move, but they don't separate.
Like a caveman brow.
That flight was great. So now we're supposed to fight all these enemies. I've decided that my tactic is going to be to slowly press the shoot gun button and gain achievements while doing so. So I am no longer touching any button other than, I believe, triangle at this point. And I have received 2 achievements, 50 times hits. These guys just keep spawning. Trust me when I say we will hit 100 hits.
You're nearly there, dude.
This actually keeps going on until I almost hit 200. But then we stopped because I wanted to look at this cool animation. Look at him. Exactly.
What is this? Oh, you stopped.
Anubis taught me to have sex in this position. Blam, blam, blam.
counting on you breaking free and disabling his ship.
Superman, are you okay?
He does. He has an underbite. Wow.
So Superman returns home to his home planet, and and I'm supposed to use the teleporter. Now I'm in Gotham City, and in Gotham City, it's more of a free roam area, but it's really more of the same. Though now there are people around, and so I can just climb walls because that's what acrobatics people can do.
Sure, you're Spider-Manning.
Everyone is Spider-Man apparently, and but I can also just like jump up them, and it looks real stupid.
Yeah.
Looks like you're just grabbing and throwing yourself up.
Yeah, I wanted to climb the tallest building in Gotham City. That my goal was not to fight enemies because that was really fucking boring. Instead, the prince wants to return to the heavens because that is where Ra will bless him with the power of the sun, and the power of the sun is what allows him to fuck harder than ever. So, Prince Mind
He
Lover.
resorts his, mummy dick.
Here he meets Barry A111 Ian, and who has also decided to look at the top building in the city, and I'm gonna fuck him.
Is there no PvP?
Not in this area. And he's like, no, I know what's happening here. And he leaves.
He just flashed down that building.
Right. That is a lack of consent. And I understand. And so I'm like, tallest building in the city. That's cool. Hey, water in the distance. Let's go. Because, he's going to go meet the Egyptian water god, Poseidon. And so he...
I guess you can't fall to your death.
No fall damage.
You look fine.
So I just run. There are civilians. I don't know that they matter. Lots of random enemies. Some of them's the Scarecrow. By the way, Batman finds this Egyptian sex prince and sends him to fight the Scarecrow like immediately after awakening him.
Wait, what?
And also, I walked on water for a second there. Just wanted to point that out.
You do this.
And
Defeat screamers. They're called screamers?
Who cares?
Hey, that's the helicarrier, right? The Triskelion?
And so Prince Mind Lover swims back to Egypt, taking solace in the fact that he has fucked all there is to fuck in America. Yay!
Cool. So, all right, better than Nikki's.
DC Universe Online. Why? If you
gotta get that sweet nerd cash.
Well, I mean, okay, if you are a nerd person,
yes,
who is inclined towards comic books, and you are interested in a free-to-play, massively multiplayer RPG, Marvel Heroes is actually good.
Yeah, well, it's like Marvel Ultimate Alliance,
right?
Not as fun, but still
serviceable.
Yeah.
So why would you ever play DC Universe Online? Like the only thing that differentiates it really is that you can create your own character from scratch.
Yeah, you get to be friends with characters as opposed to characters. Yeah,
which allowed me to create that absolutely stupid backstory.
That's true.
I was like, a mummy skin. Okay, well that's what this is going to be about. I'm going to be telling a dumb story in this video, and that's neat for the purposes of this 12-minute video. For the purposes of a long-term video game, nah. City of Heroes didn't succeed, guys. Give it up.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say about this one?
Don't play it.
All right. Let's get into mine.
I'm excited. You liked yours.
I did. I'll give the reason in a minute. Like I said, I played Unturned, which is a free-to-play game that you can get on Steam, which is a zombie survival game. And maybe I didn't find anything to do for 20 minutes because I did not download the anti-cheat thing because I knew I wasn't going to keep this, and I wanted to install as little as possible. And in order to play most servers, you have to download an anti-cheat program.
Yeah.
So I didn't do that and played in the ones that didn't require you to have it on. But there were people in the server, I couldn't fucking find any of them. I found a zombie and punched it to death, and then its head ate me. Whatever.
Okay.
So I gave up on Unturned, and then decided, what is a franchise that someone maybe made a terrible MMO out of? And I Pokemon. And yeah, it exists. There's a Pokemon MMO. And I downloaded it because it was
not
illegal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally illegal. The people who made it could totally get shut down. And I played it. And it is essentially Pokemon Fire Red. It is that game that they have somehow turned into an MMO. But there's no PvP except in certain areas and tournaments and stuff. So I didn't interact in this video with anybody who played the game at all. But apparently I'm not alone in that because you guys didn't either, which is fine. I guess
I did.
Matt tried to... Oh, did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess you saw that guy shot a sex laser. Right?
Yeah. So basically, let's get into it. It's essentially Pokemon Fire Red. So
okay.
So yeah,
this looks bootleg.
Oh, doesn't it? Yeah. So this game is essentially
RPG Maker level meaty. Like,
right?
holy cow.
Yeah, man. I like this game because I like Pokemon, and
Totally RPG Maker, is it not?
It kind of seems like it.
it's pretty much since it is Pokemon. If you like Pokemon, you'll like this game because it is exactly the exact same game. There are just slight differences in the UI, and you can play against other people in tournaments. However, everyone spawns in this place, and since it is the same story, everyone is a brother and sister in this game. Because you all have the same mom and live in the same house.
Ash's mom has been going at it.
Right? So you get to name yourself, you get to name your rival like you do in the regular Pokemon game. So I'm Cartridge Blower, and my rival is Blower C. So I'm trying to remember how to play this game, and I believe I'm supposed to attempt to go in the tall grass, and I'm correct. Apparently you can get to some point where you can have your Pokemon follow behind you. I don't get to that point in this video.
This is so weird. Like, this is literally Fire Red.
Yeah, it is exactly the same.
Like, up to the story. Why would they include the story?
It includes all the because I'm pretty sure that this is just the game that they found out how to get everyone to play at the same time.
But it's not a ROM.
Well,
Because, like, you can tell, like, they've rebuilt stuff like even the dialogue boxes.
yeah, the dialogue boxes are definitely different. Your Pokemon are like the squares on the right. Your Pokemon will appear in there, and you can directly access those.
And so the other characters that we're seeing on the screen, these are like player.
Yeah,
like player
those are people
characters.
playing it. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, there are a lot of people playing this game, like a lot.
Why?
I guess people really like Pokemon, and they wanted to be able to actually fight people in Pokemon Go, but you can't, so...
Did you
get
take
this.
a fucking Bulbasaur like an idiot?
Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon.
fucking-
I've been told that I am incorrect by you on more than one occasion.
Yours.
Someone scientifically like put together like a million spreadsheets, and I think they determined, was it Squirtle, that Squirtle was the best one.
Agreed.
But,
Wholeheartedly.
like factually, and like in terms of stats and whatnot.
Squirtle is my second favorite.
Also, in terms of,
starters.
of heart and character. Wow, the sound effects, the battles are... Okay.
Same. The battle does not fill the screen. It is just a little window here, I guess, so you can still see people talk, which I didn't pay any attention to what they were saying. Also, most of it is not in English anyway.
Was Fire Red a DS game, or I thought it was a GBA?
It was a
game.
GBA game.
Okay. Because, like, the touch for the attacks, like, that's more of a DS thing. But,
Yeah.
like, this is not the music from the game, is it?
It's similar.
Yeah, but I feel like those are the sound effects for the monsters, but
Yeah.
I feel like this is off-brand meaty versions. I could be
Probably.
wrong now. I haven't played much of this version. This is a weird idea.
Isn't it?
Like, okay.
Yeah, I can't really understand like the need.
Yeah. Like, Pokemon MMO is a fucking great idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a real Pokemon MMO.
Right, yeah.
That has, I feel like that's been everybody's, like, if I can make one cool game idea for like the past 15 years.
Right.
But like everyone plays through Pokemon Red at the same time.
Yeah, at the exact
Why?
same time through the exact same story. Yeah. And there's still, like, this game has been around for a little bit, I believe. And there's still new players like me that were starting in that room.
How is this different from, say, we all decided to play it together on a forum or something?
Right.
Like, other than I can see you walking around on the map.
It isn't different than
How-
well,
how-
I guess you can have like tournaments where you fight each other.
You can do that with regular Pokemon, Cody.
Well, yeah, but not at a distance.
Sure you can.
You have to have the link
you have
cable,
you have a
right?
ROM.
Well, yes, okay, that is accurate.
So this is... Oh, God.
So I faded into the future where I have essentially
Oh,
gotten
boy.
Pokeballs from Professor Oak so that I could try to catch something. because fucking Pidgeys.
This is so perplexing.
Yeah, I'm having a really tough time wrapping my mind around it. And like, I think if they wanted to, they could come up with a really cool Pokemon MMO.
Sure, even if you like, I
like-
imagine it being 3D and like high budget and stuff. But
Yeah.
like, even if you did it like this, you could easy.
You
I
could,
think.
absolutely.
So I caught the Pidgey, and I named
This
him.
is so weird.
I named him Trash Bird.
There's a window that pops up.
Yeah,
That is so weird.
yeah.
Like
And all those people that have the things above their head, they're fighting.
they built this from the ground up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they spent the development time into basically just
Copying.
the code to make the same game work, but with more people playing with you. It's odd. It's just really odd.
Do you get Mankeys this early in
I think
Pokemon?
So. I think so.
Okay.
But like, okay, so wouldn't it get confusing if a lot of people were playing this at the same time?
You'd think. They don't see, like, when Professor Oak is moving around for me and the rival is moving around for me, that doesn't appear for
Right.
other players.
Right, but when it, like, say you need to go talk to a certain person in a certain town,
Right.
and like there's 45,000 people standing around that person.
Yeah, that can be very confusing. The difference is the person you want to get to will be the one without a name on top of their head, I suppose. But that's, not perfect at all. So
Right. And I guess the other thing is, like, clearly the people who made this know how to make certain basic MMO
Sure.
functions work, like having multiple people doing different things in the same area at the same time, which I
Yeah,
think is probably the most complex thing about
Right.
making MMO. So why did you waste your skills and your talents just rebuilding this
The same
a game
game?
that already exists?
right?
So there's a hot bar at the top.
Yes, and I don't figure out what that's for.
Okay, like
You
what
could
would it be
probably
for?
set macros to like send out, your
Maybe.
Bulbasaur and have him do certain actions without having to select those.
Maybe. Yeah, man. It's it's confusing. You're playing the exact same thing. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but you have a character creator, but your trainer will look the exact same no matter what. You'll always be Ash no matter what you've made your avatar look like. Whenever your guy's throwing out
This
the
is
ball
so
and stuff.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. I don't understand the need for this. I don't understand the want for this. I don't like. There's a significant amount of time that went into building this, and I can't understand why. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
No.
It doesn't look like shoddy or second rate. I mean, it doesn't look like a Nintendo game just because of the windows and the way everything kind of is set up. But like, this is a fine attempt. I just don't understand the purpose.
Right.
And it's
Weird.
so it is really weird. I don't I've like never been so mystified by a game that's shown on this show. Like, what is the point of that?
Dude.
I understand the point of like Wolf Quest. I get that. Like, I know why they made Wolf Quest.
Yeah.
Why'd they make that game?
So they could, I guess. I don't know.
Monopolize, I guess, on the popularity of Pokemon.
They could have made.
They could have made their own thing. I totally agree. This person's talents are wasted.
Yo, guy behind Pokemon MMO. What's it called?
PokeMMO.
Fuck off.
Never mind. He has no talent. I take it back. The guy is useless and worthless and should definitely walk slowly into the ocean.
Anyway, so that's that. I think my game was probably the best.
Yeah.
In that it was
I don't agree.
Pokemon. And if you like Pokemon,
But as far as MMO goes,
as far as MMO goes,
that's hardly an MMO.
no. I didn't interact with the people there at all. I didn't even read what they were saying.
There's a chat window.
Yeah. So I guess maybe in terms
It's
of
probably
being
the best. They were probably talking like, who wants to have relations with my Pikachu.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hope not. But yeah. So I guess in terms of like the best MMO, it's probably Matt's of the three.
But even so, like mine was a boring trash fire.
Yeah.
So like,
So we all lose. We all
Yeah.
lose.
Good job, everybody.
Anyway,
We did
so
it.
that's been the MMO week, you guys. But before we call it a night, Matt, what are we playing next time?
So I got. So this is weird. I don't know how this has happened twice in a row.
Okay.
I promise you, I didn't set this up.
Okay.
But we have a theme we have never done before.
Ooh,
Nice.
There can't be too many of those left.
Yeah, and there can't be. I haven't gone back and looked, but yeah, there's not a lot, I'm sure. This theme could be interesting. Could be just an abject failure. I guess we'll see. When I think about what games would be good for the show, maybe none of them. So we're going to be playing games next week based on either, and you get to pick whatever one you want to do, game shows or board games.
Oh man.
Ooh.
So
Time to break out that NES version of Trivial Pursuit. Honor system, baby.
come on, let's play Monopoly. Cash fund and ritzy property. I like the folks in the
On the Muppet Show tonight.
Yes.
All right, so that's what you have to look forward to in approximately 2 weeks. Until then, don't die. And Matt, what should they do?
They should play Zelda.
Absolutely, yeah. No, forget our normal tagline.
Like-
That's it. Go play Zelda.
I'm real sleepy, but when I go to sleep, it's only so I can wake up and play more Zelda.
I
Yeah.
understand. Right on. Good night, folks.
Night night.
Bye bye forever.